Hi, my name is Marietta Mahani, and this week's Aqua Tip, we're using the noodle. We are going to be suspended and we're going to place the noodle across the chest. So the noodle is going to be used for just buoyancy assistance, and that is just to help us stay suspended. Quite comfortable to have it in the front, but especially for people with any shoulder issues, it's better for them to have it in the front. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a knee repeater. So one leg kicking in and out, doesn't matter what depth that you're in, because you can do this both deep and shallow. And I'm moving the opposite arm. So I'm kicking my right leg to the side and I've got my left hand reaching out and in. Now this is what I'm going to do with my right arm. I'm actually going to tuck it behind my back. So I'm just going to place it behind my back and now do the exercise. So now it becomes all about what I'm doing with my left arm and kicking the right leg out. Now, if I go out, in, I get an abdominal workout. It's like doing a sit-up. So let me just show you side on so you can see. Out, in. So I'm stretching out and I'm pulling the knee in. Now, my fingers are spread super wide apart so that I can keep that turbulence going. And it's a very powerful upper body workout, this. Yeah, I can really feel this in my biceps and my triceps because I'm pushing my palm out and in. Now, am I feeling it in my lower body? I am. I'm feeling it in my quads. I'm feeling it in my glutes. Yeah, that's really unusual because often we feel it mainly in the hamstrings, but this is glutes and quads. Good. And then, of course, if you really open out and pull out, so you focus on the stretch out and make sure that you touch the knee, it becomes an abdominal exercise. That's cool. It's a really good exercise. And so you're actually targeting a lot of different muscle groups. You're working the upper body, you're working the quads, you're working the glutes, and you've got the abdominals activated, and now your heart rate's going up. So I usually start by telling people to lift their feet off the bottom of the pool. This hand tucks in behind the back, and that's when I can get them to really move. Yep, when this hand's here, it tends to keep them forwards. Yep, when you tuck the hand behind, I get more movement of my body back and forwards. Great little exercise that can be done in any depth water. You're just using the noodle for buoyancy assistance, and that is this week's Aqua Tip. This is a great demonstration on land. It's so easy. All you need is a chair. So you'll need a chair for this. And then of course, you're going to sit down on the chair. The noodle goes underneath your armpits so your participants know what to do. And then you start kicking. Now I was doing the right leg first. So right leg in and out. Now obviously I'm holding the noodle here with my my right hand to brace it there while I demonstrate. But you ask them to lift their feet up off the bottom, and then they're going to bring that right knee in and out while that left arm moves all the way out and in. Now I did say tuck the elbow back, or tuck the right hand back, so you can demonstrate that. But if you're clever and if you're able to, look what I'm doing here. So I've reached behind, I've grabbed one end of the noodle, so I've reached behind, grabbed the opposite end of the noodle. So now it appears that the noodle is just sitting there underneath my chest. Remember, its only purpose is to keep you suspended. Now you can really focus on showing the technique and coaching. So remember, you want them to be pushing and pulling, making sure that they touch the right knee with their left arm. Palm goes out, palm goes in, so there's a push and a pull. And then talk about where they need to feel it. So the first place they can feel it is in their quads. Once they get going, they'll feel it more in their glutes. And then you can say, if you want to use your abdominals, I want you to open out and come in. Open out and come in. Then stand up, show them sideways, and go open out, and come in. Open out, come in. Open out, come in. So they get to see that motion with the body. And remember to remind them that they need to drive this motion with the left arm or the opposite arm that's touching the knee. So just remember that little tip about grabbing hold of that noodle behind your back. You might want to set yourself up that way. You might say, okay everyone, pop the noodle underneath your chest and you go ahead and you grab the noodle from behind your back straight away. Or you can start by just showing them how to do that movement pattern. Yes, because other people will just let their hand drift out to the side, then say, if you want to work a bit harder, tuck your hand behind your back, pop it behind your back, but they won't be able to see what you've done with the noodle. Otherwise, the noodle will just pop out. So that's a little tip with how to demonstrate that on land. And that is this week's Aqua Tip.